Hyundai just shocked the auto world. The CEO has officially revealed a brand new pickup truck with a starting price of just $25,000, and this move has caught every competitor completely off guard. At a time when trucks are getting more expensive and out of reach for everyday buyers, Hyundai is flipping the script and proving that affordability and innovation can exist together. This isn't just another truck launch, it's a direct challenge to Ford, Toyota, Chevy, and even Tesla, who have all been battling in the pickup space with increasingly higher price tags. The most surprising part is Hyundai's strategy. Instead of going ultra-luxury or oversized like American rivals, they've decided to focus on practicality, affordability, and efficiency. At $25,000, this pickup instantly becomes one of the cheapest trucks on the market, undercutting most entry-level models by thousands of dollars. That's not just a pricing move, it's a statement. Hyundai knows the US truck market is worth billions, and they're stepping right into the ring with an offer that average buyers can actually afford. But don't mistake low price for low quality. From what the CEO revealed, this pickup is packed with modern features that most automakers only offer at higher trims. Expect advanced safety systems, a clean digital interior, and smart utility features that make it perfect for work and everyday life. Hyundai isn't trying to compete with massive heavy-duty trucks. Instead, they're aiming directly at city drivers, small business owners, and younger buyers who want a truck but don't want to spend $50,000 or more. That's a massive untapped market that Ford and GM have ignored for too long. Hyundai also hinted at multiple powertrain options, including a highly fuel-efficient gas engine and possibly even a hybrid variant down the line. This is where the competition should be worried. While Ford is struggling to make its EV trucks profitable and Chevy is still playing catch-up, Hyundai is coming in with something simple, affordable, and practical right when consumers are demanding cheaper options. And here's the real kicker. The CEO made it clear that this truck is designed not just for emerging markets but specifically for North America. That means Hyundai is aiming right at the heart of Ford's F-Series and Toyota's Tacoma dominance. The last time an automaker tried to break into the US truck market, it wasn't taken seriously. But Hyundai already proved with the Santa Cruz that they can make a lifestyle truck people want. Now, with this new $25,000 pickup, they're scaling that success to an even broader audience. This is going to cause panic in boardrooms across Detroit and Tokyo. Think about it. If Hyundai can offer a reliable, feature-packed pickup at nearly half the price of the average truck today, buyers are going to line up. This could trigger a pricing war in the truck market, something we haven't seen in decades. Ford is already under pressure with slowing sales of the F-150 Lightning and growing criticism over high truck prices, so Hyundai's entry at $25,000 puts them in a tight spot. Toyota just refreshed the Tacoma, but even its base trims are nowhere near this price point, and Chevy's Colorado is pushing customers toward $35,000 and beyond. That means Hyundai just exposed a major weakness in the market. There's no real budget-friendly option left, and millions of buyers have been priced out. By jumping in now, Hyundai isn't just competing, they're redefining what a modern pickup should be. Analysts are saying this could be the start of a new truck era. For decades, Detroit automakers have used trucks as their profit machines, loading them with luxury features and pushing prices sky high. But Hyundai is going in the opposite direction, stripping away the unnecessary excess while still giving customers modern tech and reliability. That's going to resonate in a market where people are struggling with higher interest rates, rising insurance costs, and sticker shock at dealerships. Hyundai basically said, "We hear you, and here's a truck you can actually afford." What makes this even more strategic is Hyundai's timing. With the EV transition hitting roadblocks, battery shortages, expensive infrastructure, and consumer hesitation, this truck positions Hyundai as the brand that isn't ignoring everyday buyers. It's like they saw the EV hype stalling and decided to double down on affordability instead of chasing luxury margins. That move alone could bring millions of first-time truck buyers into their ecosystem, and once people get hooked on Hyundai reliability, they tend to stick around. And here's another twist that competitors should be worried about. Hyundai is expected to manufacture this pickup in North America. That means not only does it qualify for tax and trade benefits, but it also sidesteps some of the political backlash against foreign-made vehicles. If they manage to keep production costs low while building locally, that's a direct hit to Ford, Chevy, and Ram, who are already facing margin squeezes from union negotiations and higher labor costs. This truck isn't just about selling vehicles, it's about reshaping Hyundai's identity in America. Up until now, Hyundai has been known for affordable sedans and strong SUVs. But this pickup signals they want a bigger slice of the US truck market, which is the single most profitable segment in the entire auto industry. And if they succeed here, it could trigger something much bigger, forcing the big three automakers to rethink pricing, strip down excess luxury, and finally listen to frustrated truck buyers who just want something simple, durable, and affordable. If Hyundai pulls this off, it could mark the beginning of a power shift in the U.S. auto market. For decades, Ford, Chevy, and Ram have owned the truck space like an untouchable empire. But empires fall when they ignore the people they're supposed to serve, and right now, buyers are begging for affordability. Hyundai stepping in with a $25,000 pickup could be the exact disruption needed to break that dominance. And once Hyundai proves there's massive demand for a budget-friendly truck, other automakers will be forced to respond or risk losing millions of loyal customers. Imagine what happens next. Toyota might scramble to introduce a cheaper Tacoma variant, Chevy could be forced to drop prices on the Colorado, and Ford might even consider bringing back a stripped-down Maverick to stay competitive. But here's the problem. None of them can do it easily. They've spent years inflating prices, building trucks that start closer to $40,000, and training their customers to accept those numbers. If they suddenly cut prices, their profit margins collapse. Hyundai, on the other hand, doesn't rely on trucks as its cash cow. That gives them the freedom to take risks and undercut everyone else without tanking their business. This is also a global play. Pickup trucks aren't just big in America. They're essential in markets like Australia, South America, and parts of Asia. By launching an affordable model that balances utility and modern features, Hyundai can export this formula worldwide. And if they add hybrid or electric versions later, it could completely upend the global pickup landscape. Competitors who ignored affordable trucks in favor of premium margins will suddenly find themselves outflanked by a company that thought 10 steps ahead. And let's not forget Hyundai's reputation for reliability. They've spent decades building trust with buyers who wanted cars that last long without breaking the bank. If they carry that same philosophy into this new pickup, word of mouth alone will boost sales. Truck buyers talk, and once a reliable $25,000 option hits the streets, the news will spread fast, especially among small business owners, tradespeople, and rural buyers who feel abandoned by overpriced models from Ford and GM. This move also ties into something much bigger: Hyundai's ambition to climb higher in the U.S. rankings. They've already beaten expectations with SUVs like the Tucson and Palisade, and their EV game with the Ioniq lineup is getting global attention. But trucks? That's the golden ticket. If they can win even a fraction of the U.S. truck market, Hyundai won't just be a competitor anymore. They'll be a dominant force shaping the future of the industry. The reaction from buyers is going to be nothing short of explosive. Think about the average truck shopper today. Someone walks into a dealership excited to buy a pickup, only to be hit with $50,000 price tags before even adding options. That frustration has been building for years, and Hyundai just gave those buyers an escape. A brand new pickup for $25,000 means people who thought a truck was out of reach can finally afford one again. Families who need a practical vehicle, small business owners who rely on utility, and younger buyers wanting their first truck are all going to take notice. This will also shift what consumers expect from pickups. For too long, automakers have been conditioning buyers to think they need oversized bodies, luxury leather seats, and tech packages that jack up prices. Hyundai's truck throws that idea out the window. It says, here's what you actually need: a reliable engine, a useful bed, good fuel economy, and modern safety features, without draining your wallet. That kind of message is going to resonate deeply, especially in today's economy where people are cutting back and reevaluating their spending. And it's not just about cost, it's about practicality. Buyers don't want to feel like they're overpaying for features they'll never use. Hyundai's approach seems targeted at real-world functionality: easy-to-use infotainment, storage that makes sense, safety systems that come standard, and fuel efficiency that doesn't require constant gas station stops. This is the kind of truck that appeals to common sense, and that's exactly what the market has been missing. Social media is going to amplify this even further. Imagine the buzz once people start posting about how they got a brand new pickup for half the price of a Ford F-150. Videos, reviews, and word of mouth will create a ripple effect that money can't buy. Ford and Chevy spend billions on advertising, but if Hyundai delivers what it promised, customer excitement will market this truck for free. And here's another angle: resale value and long-term ownership. Hyundai has built a reputation with its warranties and reliability, meaning buyers won't just be looking at a cheap entry point. They'll also consider how much they save over years of ownership compared to maintaining more expensive trucks. That could completely flip the perception of what a budget truck is supposed to be. This launch puts Ford, GM, and Toyota in an uncomfortable corner. For years, they've treated trucks as their golden goose, raking in massive profits from inflated prices and endless add-ons. Now Hyundai is forcing them to make a choice: either slash prices and sacrifice profit margins or risk losing a huge slice of the market to a brand that just outsmarted them. That kind of pressure hasn't been seen in the truck world for decades, and it's about to send shockwaves through boardrooms in Detroit and Japan. Ford will feel it the hardest. The F-Series has been America's best-selling truck for nearly half a century, and it's the backbone of Ford's business. But with Lightning sales slowing and gas-powered models becoming harder to justify at sky-high prices, Hyundai's affordable truck is a direct threat. If Ford reacts by lowering prices, it risks cannibalizing its own profits. If it doesn't, buyers may simply walk away and give Hyundai a chance. It's a lose-lose scenario Ford didn't see coming. GM isn't in a better position either. The Chevrolet Colorado and Silverado have climbed in price year after year, with base trims often stripped down to the point where buyers are forced into higher trims. Hyundai's truck exposes that strategy instantly. Why pay $10,000 to $15,000 more for a Chevy when Hyundai offers a modern, well-equipped pickup at $25,000? That's the question GM will now have to answer, and they don't have an easy solution. Then there's Toyota, a company that has built its truck reputation on the Tacoma. While the Tacoma is legendary for reliability, its pricing has steadily crept upward, making it less accessible to younger buyers. Hyundai's truck slices right into that demographic: first-time buyers, small business owners, and cost-conscious drivers who want value. Toyota may have the reputation, but Hyundai is betting that in today's economy, price beats legacy. And let's not forget Ram. Stellantis is already dealing with financial struggles and falling truck sales. The last thing they need is another competitor entering the market at nearly half the cost of their bread-and-butter models. Hyundai's entry could accelerate Ram's decline in the U.S., further shaking the already unstable position of Stellantis in the global market. This isn't just competition, it's chaos. Hyundai has thrown a grenade into the middle of the truck segment, and now every major automaker is scrambling to figure out their next move. Lower prices, stripped-down trims, new affordable models. Whatever they do, it won't be easy, because Hyundai already has the advantage of being first to act. Hyundai has just opened the door to something much bigger than one affordable pickup. If this truck gains traction, it could serve as the launchpad for Hyundai's entire U.S. expansion strategy. Think about it. They've already made waves with SUVs like the Tucson and Palisade, and their Ioniq EV lineup has been winning awards and pulling attention from Tesla. By adding a pickup truck, America's most beloved vehicle category, they're positioning themselves not as a niche player, but as a full-spectrum automaker that can compete head-to-head with the giants on every front. This momentum could allow Hyundai to start building loyalty with new buyers who never considered the brand before. Pickup drivers tend to be extremely brand loyal. Many stick with Ford, Chevy, or Toyota for life. But Hyundai is targeting the one group these brands have neglected: everyday people priced out of the market. Once those buyers get a Hyundai pickup, they're not just buying a truck, they're entering Hyundai's ecosystem. Next time, maybe they buy a Hyundai SUV, or one of their EVs, or even upgrade to a higher-end Hyundai truck in the future. That's how Hyundai slowly eats into the customer base of its rivals, one affordable purchase at a time. And Hyundai knows timing is everything. Right now, U.S. automakers are distracted. Ford and GM are caught up in EV struggles, Ram is fighting to stay relevant, and Toyota is still leaning on hybrids while it figures out its EV play. By launching this $25,000 pickup in the middle of all that chaos, Hyundai is seizing the moment when its competition is the most vulnerable. This isn't just luck, it's a calculated move that could reshape how Americans view Hyundai for decades to come. The ripple effects could be massive. If this truck succeeds, Hyundai may inspire other foreign automakers like Kia, Honda, or even VW to re-enter or expand into the U.S. pickup space. And once more players start offering affordable options, the old pricing model that Detroit has relied on will completely collapse. Trucks will no longer be untouchable luxury-priced vehicles. They'll be forced back into being what they were always meant to be: practical, durable, and affordable machines for everyday people. And if Hyundai builds this truck in North America, the political angle makes the story even stronger. A foreign automaker investing in U.S. jobs, creating affordable trucks, and putting pressure on domestic giants? That's a narrative buyers and policymakers won't ignore. It positions Hyundai as not just a competitor, but a disruptor rewriting the rules of the game. This truck doesn't just shake up the gas-powered market, it could also throw the entire EV pickup race off balance. Right now, Tesla, Rivian, and Ford have been betting big on electric trucks, but the problem is obvious. They're expensive, heavy, and not yet practical for the average buyer. Tesla's Cybertruck starts well above Hyundai's offering, Rivian's R1T is priced like a luxury SUV, and even Ford's F-150 Lightning can't escape its hefty sticker and limited margins. Hyundai stepping in with a $25,000 pickup changes the conversation completely. Buyers who were curious about EV trucks but held back due to cost may now shift their focus to Hyundai's affordable model. Why gamble on a $60,000 electric pickup with range limitations when you can buy a $25,000 gas or hybrid Hyundai truck that gets the job done without compromise? That's the exact dilemma Tesla and Rivian now face, because Hyundai just reminded people that affordability still matters more than hype. And let's not overlook Hyundai's growing EV capabilities. With the Ioniq 5 and Ioniq 6, Hyundai has already proven it can build some of the best electric cars in the world. That means the $25,000 gas-powered pickup might just be the opening act. Imagine Hyundai introducing a hybrid version at a slightly higher price, followed by an EV variant once battery costs drop. They'd already have the brand recognition and customer base locked in, while Tesla and Rivian are still chasing profitability. This move could even slow down the EV transition in the truck space. If buyers flock to Hyundai's affordable pickup, it signals to the market that people still value cost and practicality over futuristic tech. Automakers banking on expensive EV trucks to lead the charge may be forced to delay or rethink their strategies. Hyundai, meanwhile, sits comfortably, playing both sides, dominating the affordable gas segment now, while preparing to dominate the affordable EV truck segment later. The real genius here is that Hyundai isn't rushing. They're letting Ford, Tesla, and Rivian fight the costly EV wars while they quietly build brand loyalty with everyday truck buyers. By the time those competitors burn through cash trying to make their electric trucks work, Hyundai could swoop in with a lower-cost EV pickup backed by proven success in the gas segment. That's a long-game strategy, and it's brilliant. Globally, this truck could be the turning point that elevates Hyundai from a respected automaker into a true powerhouse. For years, Hyundai has been considered the value brand, known for reliable sedans and SUVs, but rarely mentioned in the same breath as Toyota or the American giants when it comes to trucks. This $25,000 pickup flips that perception upside down. Suddenly, Hyundai isn't just a company making affordable family cars, it's the brand bold enough to challenge the most profitable and sacred segment in the auto industry. If this truck succeeds in North America, Hyundai's global image transforms overnight. Markets in South America, Asia, and Africa are hungry for affordable pickups, and Hyundai will be perfectly positioned to supply them. Instead of being seen as the underdog, Hyundai becomes the brand that solved the affordability crisis in the truck market. That's the kind of move that wins not just sales, but long-term respect. Toyota, for decades, has been the global benchmark for reliability and practicality. But if Hyundai can match that reliability while undercutting prices, Toyota's dominance could be at risk. In the same way Toyota once humbled Detroit with the Corolla and the Hilux, Hyundai could now be writing its own story of global disruption, using this truck as the centerpiece. And on the EV front, Hyundai already has momentum. Their Ioniq lineup has been stealing headlines, winning awards, and proving that Tesla doesn't have a monopoly on innovation. If Hyundai can bring that same level of design and engineering into the pickup space, they won't just be competing, they'll be redefining what a modern truck should look like. Rivals will be forced to chase them, not the other way around. This shift in image also opens doors for Hyundai in politics and partnerships. Governments love affordable vehicles that can boost local economies, and consumers in developing nations will see Hyundai as the champion of accessibility. Meanwhile, in wealthier nations, Hyundai gains credibility as the company that listened to ordinary people while everyone else was chasing luxury profits. That dual identity, affordable yet advanced, could make Hyundai one of the most balanced automakers in the world. And the ripple effect will hit competitors hardest. If Hyundai proves you can build a $25,000 truck that people love, what excuse will Ford, GM, Toyota, or even Tesla have left? They'll be forced to admit they chose profits over people. That narrative shift alone could tilt the balance of power in Hyundai's favor for decades to come. If Hyundai's $25,000 pickup takes off, it could trigger nothing short of an industry-wide reset. For decades, automakers have slowly trained customers to accept higher and higher prices, padding trucks with luxury trims and optional packages until the average pickup costs more than some luxury cars. Hyundai just broke that cycle. They've proved that people don't need to pay $50,000 or more to own a capable modern truck.